So let's talk about the list in Warhammer 40,000. The list, this is the currency, this is the DNA, this is the alphabet that we utilize to talk tactics, to figure out what we're going to do on the table. If someone's like, Fritz, what do you think of my army? Well, what are you bringing? What's in your list? And there are lots and lots and lots of ways to build lists in 40K. I'm going to share with you my primary list building experience, kind of the formula, the matrix that I utilize in building lists that I've always used to build lists. If I'm going into a tournament, or if it's an apocalypse game, a big game, or if there's something special going on, a challenge match, I might change things, but for the most part, if I show up to play, bust out my models, here's what we're running. So in all of my armies, I want to do something on the tabletop, and that something reflects in my player personality, and I believe with your own army, your player personality. My Cornate Berserker list, what I want to do is get across the table as fast as possible, put you to the bolt pistol, put you to the chainsaw, take some skulls for corn. That philosophy translates into not only tactics, but the models I bring. With my Samhan Warhost, my Eldar, I want everything to be fast. Everything is zooming and mech'd up super, super fast. With my Tyranids, it's a vanguard of big bugs and small bugs. I've got a lot of really heavy-hitting monsters, creature bugs running in there, but also smaller bugs. For my Necrons, to share you with that, I think of, hell, how many of us still know Tomb Kings in space? I like this idea of like Necron legions of warriors marching forward with destroyers and monoliths. It's just a visual thing. My Berserkers of Scalathrax, excuse me, my Brotherhood of the Sword, my Black Templars on there. Same thing as my Cornate list, only we use Rhinos for the delivery system. So back and forth, the type of stuff that I like to play. We go through this process, you learn your list, you learn the good points, the bad points, and you come up with tactics to leverage it. That doesn't mean that it's the same list every time, because two things are happening. Yes, I enjoy playing these type of armies, this list all the time. And as an example, I've utilized this formula playing with my Samhan Warhost since 2007. The list has not changed. The number in the list has grown or shrunk depending on how Games Workshop gives and takes with the unit sizes and points and what they favor, what the gods favor in the moment. But the core list is the same. And how I've kept that fresh and alive is doing this. Figure out what you want to play. Figure out the balance to make those tactics work. And then from there, leave, however level you play at, leave about 20% of your list free to swap in and out other models. And what I mean by that is, let's look at my Samhan Warhost. Vipers, Wave Serpents, Jet Bikes. We've got some Fire Prisms or some other Grav Tank support on there. That's in every single game. But then I've got about 20% of points that I spend in the moment swapping in and out. Maybe I take Fire Dragons. Maybe I take Banshees. Maybe I take Dire Avengers. Maybe I take Storm Guardians. So the entire list and the tactics is built on these core units of Jet Bikes, Vipers, and Wave Serpents. But I leave a little bit of play for what I'm feeling in the moment. And this way, not only do I get to explore other tactics, but the core tactics don't change. So every game I play, I'm building up proficiency with it. Every game I play, I know that army with the back of my hand. But I get to grow and explore my model collection over time, and also tactics through various editions, by acquiring other models and adding stuff in. So that is what I'd recommend. With my Berserkers of Scalathrax list, it's Cultists, it's Khorne Berserkers, it's a Lord on a Juggernaut, we've got a Vindicator, we've got a Land Raider, we've got Terminators, we've got Hell Brutes, we've got Hell Turkeys on there. But that little piece chosen, that one unit, or two or three units, sometimes I bring in some Obliterators. We'll put them in, little aspects that you can switch in and out. That's how I build the list. So I get to play what I want every single game, and I get to narrow and really nail down those tactics. But there's a little bit of stuff to swap in and out. So I can expand my model collection and enjoy my model collection. And as Games Workshop introduces new units, to everything, looking at some of the stuff from Blackstone Fortress and putting that into my Cornate Berserker list. The Trader Guard looks freaking awesome. It is awesome. Just putting those in there, getting to play those different aspects without having to rewrite your whole list, without having to kind of redo everything on there, and still being able to build on the tactics that you know.